I've heard this before more than one time. You have more sunny days in Serpa than in any other place in Europe.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, no, it's really huge, fantastic. So white and blue, that's what you get. My name is Noel Leopoldo. I'm not the founder of Facebook, as you may know. I'm just a plain, but not ordinary, teacher of English in a small country washed by the sea of southern Europe called Portugal. I am in love with music, poetry, gardening, driving, and traveling. I am the father of 2 teens. There is also a mother, but she's not here because we are divorced. And I'm the latest guest on Portugal, the Simple Life podcast. I talked to Dylan about why I love Portugal, why I hate a couple of Portuguese people, and my plans not to be the next president of anything at all.
Welcome back, or welcome to another episode of Portugal, the Simple Life, and I'm really happy to be joined here by Noel Leopoldo. Noel, boa tarde. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Hello, boa tarde, Dylan.
How are you today?
Thank you. I'm fine.
Good. But Noel, why don't you start off telling us a little bit about you?
Well, I'm 53. I was born in Peniche, a part of my family from my mother's side. On my mother's side, we date back from 1836 here in Peniche.
Wow, okay.
Family. Yes, I feel some roots here, which can be good or bad. I've been a teacher for 29 years.
Wow, okay.
A teacher of English. I ask forgiveness for my mistakes because I will make mistakes. I'm not a native, but I'm trying not to make mistakes, okay?
Your English is great. You have nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
We, along this west region, summer gets a bit crazy here when you think of places like Nazaré, somewhat into Porto, Peniche as well. But I mean, what do you enjoy about where you live when it's not summer? What are the things that you appreciate about your terra, the place where you grew up?
Well, I'm very attached to some points, some landscapes here in Peniche. I do some sightseeing.
Yeah.
I like walking around. Sometimes when I have to think about life, I always go to Papua because, some people go to church. I don't believe, I'm not a believer. I go to Papua.
What is that, Noel? Where is that?
Papua is a very, very, very small peninsula, a volcanic origin. There used to be a volcano there, and it's directed to the north. So it's really wild in the winter. Lots of wind and the surf from the sea. It's really fantastic. To answer you in a very direct way, what I like, what I really love, and I'm attached to about Peniche is the view. The view. Peniche, unfortunately, is a little bit small for me because I love the big city. And
so you like the surroundings, the peninsula, going out into the ocean.
Yeah, that's what I really love about Peniche.
What would be the first thing that you'd put in a museum in Peniche?
Objects related to fishing. I don't know anything about fishing. Like I said, my family from both sides is related to fishing, but from way back. So I don't know anything about fishing. Fishing artifacts, objects, ancient boats, rescue. There's a beautiful rescue boat in a warehouse. It used to be on display at the fortress. It was a team. It used to be there. It was not the best place, because of the surf and the winds. I would put, I won't say the paintings related to Peniche. I won't say that, even though I like painting a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say
fishing. The fishing memorabilia.
Memorabilia, yes.
I mean, what do you appreciate about the country you live in, about the general area where you think there's places that people still need to discover in Portugal that are right here, and everyone knows Lisbon, everyone knows Cascais and places like that, but you've got these places nearby which are wonderful.
We have lots of pearls in Portugal. We have pearls all around. What happens is that we have different opinions about, for example, we have people in Portugal who go to foreign countries all the time. They don't know anything. They can be 60 years old. because they have some money, they spent their lives going to all the places that you can imagine in the world, and
Mhm.
they know Portugal. But then there's a guy like me who, because he never had lots of money, and because he really wants to know something about his country, and then a guy like me, we have lots of people as well who really want to know this country. And what's really fantastic, you said it, it's the diversity. Lots of people I know, I know Spain very well. Well, parts of Spain, some parts of Spain. And what happens in Spain is that it's such a huge territory, and it is not as varied as Portugal.
Interesting.
In my traveling from my ex-wife's village in Trás-os-Montes until Peniche, it could be from 6 hours to 9 hours. It depends on the route. And in those 6 hours, you had different climates, so different temperatures, different landscapes, lots of different landscapes. So the variety is really fantastic, and people should come here because I know that with the best sites and with the best books, all people will find things of interest in a country like Portugal. If you like extreme sports, you will have them. If you
Yep.
like the beach, you will have it. If you like the mountain, you will have it. And it's really fantastic. And you can eat really well. And for people outside Portugal, if your average income is like, $2,000 plus, you will be kings in Portugal. You will eat very well, drink the best wines. We have such a variety. They're so good, so good. And even cheap wine can be really, really good. It's a fantastic country to
Yeah.
visit.
Don't be afraid of the
Give you
house
lots of
wine. Don't be afraid of the house wine. It's good.
yeah, the house wine, very good. Don't be afraid of it. Yeah,
Yeah. Let's talk about English a little bit. Your English is superb,
thank you.
but it's something that I think always surprises people about Portugal when they come here with the amount of English that is spoken.
Hmm.
I know you said you fell in love with English, so it was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different thing for you.
first
But
time.
what do you think it is about our country where we're able to adapt, engage, we're open to speak a language that is a visitor's language, and speak it well?
I guess it's psychological. Portuguese are friendly. They are helpful. They want to help people out. They really want to help. If you are lost and you talk to a guy around the 60s up, 60s, 70s, I'm sure that person will take you to the place that you want.
Looking for a home in Portugal? This break in Portugal, the Simple Life podcast, is brought to you by Dylan and his team of certified realtors at Portugal Realty. Portugal Realty offers the exclusive Simple Life homebuyer program. Visit portugalrealty.com today and book your free call to find out more. Welcome to the Simple Life.
There's a difference, of course, between people when they are in their 60s and younger people, in their
Of
20s.
course.
Of course, we have a difference. Sometimes I take people to a couple of restaurants. Take people like, okay, follow me. I'll show you the restaurant that you want.
Yeah.
I can do it. There's a story, a family story. I was very young, and I remember it. My grandfather, he got a phone call. We had problems with the lines in Portugal when I was a teen. It was very problematic, the lines and all that. You could listen to conversations. It's
Mhm.
crazy. So my grandfather got this call. It was a mother, and the mother of that person, we didn't know that person, those people, but that mother was really worried because her daughter was camping in Peniche, and they couldn't find the number of the camping, and they wanted to know about their daughter. But it was a rough night. I remember that. My grandfather was in his 60s. He got his small motorbike, and he did those 2 miles and 2 miles back with rough wind and probably some rain just to go to the camping. And it was night, but he went to the camping, and he told the girl that her mother wanted to talk to her. So this is Portugal. For people
Yeah.
in Portugal, they can do these things. So
Yeah.
we are helpful, and we have We want to help people. We want to be friends with people, communicate with people. We went on small boats to different parts of the world in the 16th century and the 17th, of course. Really rough trips. We need to communicate.
Yeah, you used the analogy earlier that Portugal has got lots of pearls. It's full of pearls. Just give us 3 pearls, okay? And I'm going to ask you to go off that you wouldn't find in a tourism book.
Yes, but I'm going to give you more than 3.
Okay,
I'm so
5.
sorry. Yeah, so I'll give it to you. Óbidos, Ponte de Lima, Évora, Mértola,
Where's Mertala? I don't
Sagres,
know. Where's Mertala?
Mértola, Southern Alentejo, in
Okay,
the south of Alentejo. So
okay.
Mértola, Serpa, in the south of Alentejo. Okay, if we take Alentejo, you have lots of pearls. When I
Yeah,
mean pearls, I mean places where people didn't ruin
the
the
place.
place, that specific place. People ruined Peniche. It could be a pearl. The sea is a pearl because we could not ruin the sea, but we ruined the town. We ruined. Those are some of the pearls. Only some. I could give you more. So you have lots of them. I know. I've heard this before more than one time that you have more sunny days in Serpa than in any other place in Europe.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yes, very interesting. It's really huge, fantastic. So white and blue, that's what you get.
Well, let's talk about your book a little bit. We're recording this today on the 29th
Um,
of July. So by the time this episode's published, the book will be out. Tell us a little bit about your book.
so I started writing mostly poetry 12 years ago, mostly 10, but I really started 12 years ago. And I have these homemade editions, so people don't know me, not even in a regional aspect, you know. So I'm not original, sorry. I'm not a regional nor of course, a national poet. People don't know me. I produce these homemade books of poetry. And today I'm going to pre-launch, because I still don't have the book, unfortunately. It should be here, but it will only be here on Thursday. So on Thursday, people are crowding in Algarve. So I started to do this today. Like, it's the last day of school for many people. People are still here in Peniche. Some friends who want to go, they are here. So I decided, okay, let's pre-launch. Let's talk about poetry for a while, read some of my poems, and that's it. So it's a compilation, it's an anthology of 10 years of writing. And writing became with the. I always had words in my mind, emotions and words, but I was not used to recording them. It would be like revealing myself, and I was opposed to that, reveal myself. And 12 years ago, I decided, oh, let's stop it. I'm going to reveal myself with poetry, you know, not in a very direct way sometimes. So, and today we have it. So,
Wonderful. Congratulations.
thank you.
Noel, what's one thing that you would like people to remember and take away from our conversation? One thing.
Visit Portugal and bring something of yourselves into this country. Help us improving. So,
Okay.
one of the ideas.
Yeah, I like it. Noel, a question that we ask all of our guests. Portugal, the simple life. Why?
Portugal really has a simple life. Yes, if we consider that the statement Portugal and is Lisbon and Oporto, the rest is landscape and sightseeing. If you disconsider, not in the bad sense, of course, Oporto and Lisboa, Portugal is simple life. It is, and a peaceful place.
In a peaceful place. Yeah.
So that's why we are so visited, because the West and Portugal is the simple life.
I like that. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
I'm the one who has to who appreciates your idea, and your wife, because she got to know me from school,
Yeah.
some poetry presentations and all that, and I'm the one who thank you for the opportunity reveal myself, and reveal my country and my terra. My terra.
Terra. Yeah, very nice. Well, this is the part where I'm going to let you call it. You say that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap.
So thank you once again to our guests, and thank you to all of you for listening. Please subscribe, share with your friends, give us a thumbs up, and please leave a comment or a review. We always love to hear from you. Don't forget, Portugal The Simple Life also has a magazine, so download it. It's for free. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and as we say in Portugal, sejas bem-vindo. Welcome to The Simple Life.